Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to a different kind of video today. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I've just kind of noticed in the Dead by Daylight community that's kind of been rumbling here for about like 4 to 6 months-ish. It's been like this latter half, this 4 to 6 month period. And I've noticed a shift in the, mostly in the more experienced and elder players of this game. What do you consider the veterans of the game? In terms of some hypocrisy that I'm seeing that I just don't understand. So I kind of just want to put this out here just as kind of like my understanding of what I'm seeing, and any sort of clarifications that people can provide to help me understand the line of thought here would be very helpful and very great, because I'm not understanding it, and from an outside perspective, it just seems like incredibly hypocritical, and it seems like the DBD community just kind of like on the surface really just wants to whine and complain. But I hope that's not the case, so let me just go ahead and talk about my thoughts here. So DBD has been historically an extremely unbalanced game because at its heart it is just a party ASIN game, but in a lot of ways there was stuff that kind of extended outside the realm of what was fun unbalanced, because there's certain party aspects of the game that are fun and interesting, like the maps being different every time, the tile spawns being different every time, that sort of thing. Those aspects, the party aspects of DBD that are random like that, are fun and add to the game and make it more fun and a varied experience. Gives you more variety. However, there's stuff that can end up being unfun and making even a party game feel very, very unfair and unfun in a very derogatory way, a very unfun sort of way. And that would be like really, really overpowered perks, really, really overpowered items, very, very unbalanced maps, stuff like that. Stuff that is excessively so. And that's why I always say, when I'm talking about balancing the game, we need to mostly focus on outliers. It doesn't really matter if a perk is strong, it matters if a perk is OP. And a lot of people think just because a perk is strong, it is ergo automatically OP, but there's a very big distinction there, and we should really be focusing on the things that are extremely strong, not just things that are strong in general, in terms of balancing. But in terms of the veteran player base, I've noticed the past 3 years, a lot of veterans have been leaving this game kind of in droves. That's kind of when you see the game losing players, which it actually had an upturn recently. Hopefully they can hold it for more than a month, but it actually had an upturn in players recently, which was interesting. But by and large, for the most part, DBD has been kind of losing players, a lot of their veteran base over time, and a lot of that had to do with balanced discussions. They thought, all these base kit killers having to focus on anti-chase, having very, really strong add-ons, kind of drove them away from the game. A lot of unbalanced maps and never really addressing those drove them from the game. New reworks they don't enjoy. A lot of this boils down to balance. Perks that remain strong even though they do a mid-chapter update. They introduce new annoying metas. Like, there were a lot of people that left the game when we went from Ruin Undying to the Overbrine Eruption meta and found that super frustrating and super annoying, so they left. So a lot of this, essentially what I'm trying to say and give a lot of examples for, is it boils down to balance. A lot of veteran DBD players have left the game because of balance-related issues that they don't find fun and entertaining with the video game. But a lot of these people stayed and kind of just like, persevered. They just kind of like very, very loudly disagreed with this and were very openly frustrated with it, but continued to play the game and just kind of are very, very outspoken about their hatred for the direction of the game from a balanced perspective. So now, DBD behavior has put in a lot of effort to start balancing the game. They went back on all of that Overbrine Eruption stuff. The slowdowns in the game aren't really as egregious as they used to be. If you're looking at survivor perks, we still have stuff like Prove, Hyper Focus, Stakeout, which are bad combos, but like you don't have like old Dead Hard out here ruining people's days and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the survivor meta has also been gutted, as well as the killer slowdown meta has been gutted, and a lot of the perks are a lot more stable now, which is a good thing. That's good for the health of the game, and we're heading in a relatively positive direction when it comes from a balance perspective, because those, like I was saying, those outliers are being slowly edged out. But now what I see to be the new argument, the new thing that everybody is saying, is that now Dead by Daylight is boring. This is what I see a lot of these veteran players that have played the game a long time are now saying, is that the game is now boring. The game is now just uninteresting, despite the fact that that behavior has put in so much time and effort to keeping the game as balanced as they've wished it, because you guys were the ones asking for it. You guys are the one complaining, like, either I have left this game, I have taken a break from this game, or I'm actively hating this game while I'm playing it. It's because of balance issues. Behavior went in and did a lot of balance patches, and it took them a while to get it, on a good track, because, they introduced some bad stuff with it. But behavior, for the first time in the company's history, is actually really hard focusing on trying to get the game as balanced as possible, and generally is moving the game in a healthier direction from a balanced perspective, but now you're calling it boring. And the big thing that I see coming out of this is that DBD used to be unbalanced in a fun way. That's what they say. DBD used to be unbalanced in a fun way. That the wackiness and the OP perks and the OP add-ons were what made the game fun at one point for them. And now that that's gone, the game is mostly procedural. And I just want to ask the question, were you not the ones specifically asking or threatening to quit the game or constantly complaining about your time in the game because of balance, because of problems with perks? Was that not you? And it's not even just like even modern DB. We can go all the way back to stuff like Forever Freddy and constantly complaining about Forever Freddy, which, you know, rightfully so. Forever Freddy was not. Why does he have slowdowns as add-ons? So he could run like 5-6 slowdown. Like that's crazy. Like, of course that's something worth complaining about, right? But like, you definitely complain about balance, and you definitely lobbied for things to get changed, and like, that is what you asked for. You asked for things to become more fun for you by taking away something OP out of the hands of somebody else. This is something you've been asking for years, or like I said, threatening to quit, actually quitting, actually taking breaks, or actively hating the game while playing it for years. And now that they're actually doing it, now you're saying, oh, well, the game's just boring now. The game's so procedural. You don't see anything crazy anymore. It's like, brother, you asked for this. Brother, you asked for this. You guys were the main people asking for changes to the game because you were so miserable as the veteran player base. And now you're going over to, well, now the game's just too samey. It's more like a flow chart. It's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Did you hate old DBD, or do you like new DBD? Or do you hate new DBD and you love old DBD? You gotta pick a lane. Like, you can't, if you just hate both, I got bad news for you. You probably just hate the game. Like, if you hate old DBD, but you also hate new DBD, you probably just don't like the game. If you like both, you're not part of this conversation because you've just been happy this whole time. But you kind of have to pick a lane. You kind of have to pick, you can't hold both lanes here. You can't be in both lines here. Either you hate old DBD and thought it was unbalanced and unfun, so you're happy about the new balance coming through because it got rid of and edged out a lot of those issues, or you're one of those people that liked how unbalanced DBD was and don't really care for balance. So this new version of DBD is kind of stale to you. It doesn't seem like these people can occupy, like these thoughts can't occupy the same brain. It doesn't seem like. Like, either you hated it, like you hated one like the other, or vice versa. It doesn't seem like these thoughts can occupy the same brain. Like, they can't. Are you for balancing the game? Are you not for balancing the game? Like, you gotta pick one. Do you hate balance or do you like balance? And it seems like people like are trying to have their cake and eat it too, or, you know, at the worst, are just whining about both. They just want to continue to just whine about the game infinitely forever. And, you know, that's what I was kind of hinting at, is like, I feel like some people just like outright hate the game and will never be happy with it. In that case, I don't know why you play it. I frankly don't know why you play it and why you've soaked so many hours into it. No, I'm just like trying to understand this. I'm sure you guys have met somebody like this, like a jaded veteran who wanted all that balance or quit the game because of balance issues for so long. And now they're saying stuff like this, like, oh, well, the game is very stale now. It's like, what? Help me understand. Help me unwrap that bow. Like, help me see what's inside and understand what's going on with that mindset. Because it doesn't seem to me, at least on the outside, because I'm not a DBD quote-unquote veteran. I mean, I have 4.4K hours now, which is a long time, but I'm not like a 2017, 2018 Andy or anything like that. So I just help me gain insight into this. Help me understand this, because on the surface, it seems like, oh, we want balance. And then they balance the game, and now they're like, oh, no. Now the game's boring because you balanced it. It's like, you asked for this. Like, it seems hypocritical to me. But if there's aspects of this I'm missing, I want to know. I'm not like, oh, well, those stupid idiots don't know what they're talking about. Like, I want to know. Like, I want to understand. So that's what I'm going to levy you guys for help to try and kind of like understand that mindset, because, you know, I didn't play back then. I don't know. And if it just ends up that people are being hypocritical and they just want to whine about the game, that's okay too. I just want the answer, no matter how bad that answer happens to be. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm very interested on this one because it is a philosophy that I'm seeing in DBD, as experienced DBD players that I don't quite understand. So it'll help me understand it. But that's going to be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching. But that's going to be it for today's video. I do see you in the tomorrow zone because I do upload daily. But if I don't catch you there, I will catch you. I almost didn't say the thing. I was going to say catch you when I catch you. I'm like, anyway, I'm going to see you when I see you. Goodbye.